there is a whole group of young MCs that look at Nip like a prophet. You know what I'm saying? Like a blueprint for how to get out here and do it without the middleman. Um, how is his music connected to you, and why has he been such a major influence to you?
Um, I would say I was put on to Nip very early. You know,
Before the Crenshaw joint and all of
yeah, I
the
mean, I was put on to Nip when he was when Question. Shout out to Question. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
When Question was doing his whole thing, and
that's
you
when I
know
got put on
they
to.
were Shikes and all of them. They had that whole movement going. You know what I'm saying? And they were dropping. I can't think of the tapes that they were dropping, but
Yeah,
you know, one of Nip's songs was on there. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I was initially put onto him. So I've been following Nip ever since then. But leading up to all of Crenshaw, Mailbox Money, all the shit he been doing, man, it's just been like such a huge inspiration for what I'm doing right now. Just because the whole proud to pay movement, the whole I'm my own boss type shit.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, he showed not only just me, but I hope a whole lot of you artists that's out there doing this, like,
yeah.
bro, we don't need nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can do this on our own. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got a 9 to 5 right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm using everything that I'm doing. I'm using my own pocketbook for it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I ain't asking nobody for nothing. Ain't no big funder behind me or none of that type of shit. I'm doing this. And before coming up, that's how I was taught. Like, somebody got to put that bread up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to
Right.
find a big dope
That's
for
the
us. So,
original hustle.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. And I went through all of those motions. Like, we've excuse me, we've had funders and we've had people that want to invest, but it just never really worked out. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't genuine. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't really follow the music. You know what I'm saying? So I just look at it like, why not? If I believe in myself that much, why not use my own pocketbook to get out here and push this music to the max?
Right.
Just like dude doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they using their own money to print up 100 units and sell them at $1,000 a pop,
Copy.
and niggas is buying it.
Right.
And I know somebody that bought it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I know it's not no fluke. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like, dude really moving units. You know what I'm saying? He really got a huge movement going on, and I respect that to the fullest. And that's just what I'm looking at right now. Like, I'm just trying to push myself to the fullest, and my team and my comrades, you know what I'm saying, to the fullest on our own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck all that, middleman and label shit. I don't want none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was watching an interview with Nip Man, and he used a word. He said mobilize. He was talking about pop-up shops and selling his album 400 a pop, and he brought him mobilize. And I, of course, I heard the word, but that made me go really look at it and see what was he trying to say. And really being able to have your fans buy into who you are and into your music to the point that when you raise your hand and say, let's make this move, they all move with you.
right.
And that's been my mindset since I heard the interview with everything I do. The hip hop Flint thing we did,
Yeah.
the June 18th thing you about to do. That's mobilizing your fans. That's mobilizing the city. That's what you did. So it's cool to kind of see the background of what was going on that was pushing you. Because it seemed like now that we talked, it's been about 3 or 4 different forces that was pushing you to get here, man. This line on Believe, I love Believe. To me, that's the best hook on the album. Forever probably is the best song front to back. I think Misfits and I want to say Way Back. I like the flows on those. But as far as hooks, Believe in my hook, I love that. And you say loyalty before royalty. I believe in loyalty before royalty. Right. Talk to me about that, man. Because being an artist, dealing with ASCAP, dealing with having to split up percentages with other writers and producers, I've been dealing with that my whole career. And for the most part, I'm the kind of cat that's like, if the song do something, we'll get it straight then. Up until then, I'm not gonna argue with no percentage. Let's just make dope music.
Right.
Right? What's your view on that? Like, what inspired that line? Because that's part of the hook. So that means you meant that.
No, I most definitely did. Like I said, in the process of making this album, I was going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's so many different things that I was encountering throughout the process of making this album. It was like, it was, and even before this album, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it wasn't even, to be honest with you, it wasn't even music, big bro. Like, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't, it was just more or less, uh, I would say friendships, you know what I'm saying? And just different people that I grew up with that I always thought would be right here, you know what I'm saying? And like, they not here, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool with me right now. Today, I'm good with that, you know what I'm saying? But at the same token, it's like, you gotta stay solid, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta stay solid. There's so much shit that could taint that. You know what I'm saying? And that could break that mold or, you know, relationship with whoever it may be. But I can't. If I can't trust you on some real shit, I definitely can't trust you when we looking at some M's. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it's $1 million on the table, and I'm not even talking about none of my people that I do music with, not my musical brothers. You know what I'm saying? Not none of my timeless people.
My life partner.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas that I grew up with in the sandbox with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I lost a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Due to death. I lost a lot of people due to the penitentiary system. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, it's like, you gotta stay solid, man. Like, and it was a lot of shit that I'm a good dude, you know what I'm saying? And I know that, you know what I'm saying? And my values, my pops gave me good values. I come from good stock, you dig?
Right.
So it's like, I've always looked at friendships, I value that, you know what I'm saying? So if I call you my bro, that means a lot, you know what I'm saying? So it just, that line is loyalty before royalty. Like, I really mean that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta show me loyalty before we can go get some big money together. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't show me we can get some petty money together, and it really wasn't even about no money. You know what I'm saying? It's just about being loyal and being real, being solid. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I talk about. That's what I preach. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a theme on here.
Yeah, that's one of my messages, bro. Like, just keep it solid. You know what I'm saying? And it's so, like I said, there's so many things that can get you off track. Money is one of the ones, you know what I'm saying, is the root of all evil, but at the same token, like, bro, money can't change, you know.
Solid.
Nah, it shit.
So speaking of solid and friendship, speaking of solid and friendships, let's talk about World for a second, man. He's on here, of course, on Way Back. I feel like that was fitting, because I feel like y'all have been flowing crazy for a minute, but it's like the spotlight is on now, so y'all let them know, like, this has been going on.
Right.
Y'all finally said it, so I get that. And I've had these talks with World, you know, I call him up and we'll chop it up. Scuba put me on the World, I don't know, man, years ago. Jesus, dude, man, you gotta meet him. And he had been doing his music for a long time, but I guess we just hadn't crossed paths.
Right.
So I hit him up, and from there, you know, I started following what he was doing. Then he got with my partner, Rob Bass, and I had been doing music with Rob for a long time. So when I saw, I know what it was. I had a song I wanted to do with World. I had got the beat from Rob, I heard Les on it, and I heard World on it.
Right.
So I hit World, and World actually went and did it, and that let me know he was 100 right there, because it wasn't no talking about nothing, just it was music jamming. You know?
Yeah.
And then Les jumped on it out of love, just on some OG, like, I got you. And we made a song called Hindsight.
Yeah.
And from then it was just like,
Stupid dope record.
Man, that's my joint, man. So from there, I heard what Rob did on the first track on Gas Money. Ooh. Hey, bro. That first track on Gas Money. And then I saw World perform it in Atlanta. He came to A3C.
Yeah.
That's what he came out to. So our connection runs, man. So tell me about y'all's connection and the timeless. Let me say this before I let you let go on that one. Nelly had St. Lunatics. Kendrick, TDE. T.I. had Pimp Squad, Cleveland. You can go back. P had No Limit. Wayne had Cash Money. Like, when these cities are getting put on, it's not one rapper who put it on. It obviously takes a family or some type of, for people to see the lifestyle or to believe in it, they gotta see that somebody else already bought into it.
Yeah.
How do you feel Timeless falls into that? Or even if not Timeless, but you and World and what y'all building, you said Austin Terrell.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
I gotta say this first before I get into that. You know what I'm saying? Austin Terrell is kind of like he is timeless.
Okay.
That is timeless. You know what I'm saying? And that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? And I met him through Worldwide, but this was so long ago. You know what I'm saying? Like we had formed a brothership and a friendship, and we are now family along with Worldwide. You know what I'm saying? But it was pretty much like, you know, I started doing music with them when I was working with another group, I would say, in San Antonio, and I met Worldwide through one of my bros, TJ. You know what I'm saying? And he let me listen to him, and it was so crazy that when I first heard him, I'm like, man, and he was freestyling. And this was like before we was in the studio. Bro recorded this in the trap, one of the traps in the lot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back in the day, and it played for me, and I'm like, who is this? You know what I'm saying? Like Worldwide, and I'm like, Worldwide, who is Worldwide? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, dude went to school with us, you know what I'm saying? He's a little younger than us, but he was. So I meet dude, you know what I'm saying? We just start building from there. We start doing music. He was working with another group, a big group in San Antonio, Third Degree.
Right.
You know, we started kind of like, you know, just crossing the music together, you know what I'm saying? Because he was from my section, you know what I'm saying? Come to find out, we went to middle school together.
Wow.
We went to high school together.
Just wasn't with the same
and
group.
just never really crossed paths, you know what I'm saying? Until after school, you know what I'm saying? And once we linked up, bro, it was just like, it was a wrap. And we started a group called Block Money, you know what I'm saying? And that was me, A-Train, Austin Terrell, and Worldwide, you know what I'm saying? And we rode that for a while. We was making great music, doing a whole lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? And we got to the point where, you know, we were grown, you know what I'm saying? And we was just like, you know what? That name don't fit us anymore, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not kids no more, you know what I'm saying? So we're not the hot boys, you know what I'm saying? But
guerrilla warfare.
yeah, we had to we formed Timeless, you know what I'm saying? Train and his mama, you know what I'm saying? Shout out. They came up with the name. They came
You
up
said
with
his mama?
Yeah, his mom's.
Wow.
Yeah, his mom's came.
Believing in y'all like that.
Yeah, believing in him, but
Him,
believing in
yeah.
us
Right.
to the most. You know what I'm saying? Gave him that name, and he came to us with it. And me and Worldwide, we was just with it. You know what I'm saying? So we've been running with that name ever since. And you know, we did a lot. You know what I'm saying? We covered a lot of ground. You know what I'm saying? We covered a lot of ground. Worldwide kind of like took off, you know what I'm saying? He took off doing his shit, you know what I'm saying? He went on a few tours that, you know, I just kind of co-piloted on, you know what I'm saying? Just to go and see what that life was about, man. And like, just not even him like, hey, let me show you something. It was just, hey, come on, bro, let's go. You know what I'm saying? And in that process, I just ended up learning a whole lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, from the Red Bull tour to the Ritz tour to just, man, everything bro had going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, he shared that those memories with me, you know what I'm saying? And man, like, we did a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? And we're all to the point where right now, Austin Terrell, my bro, Brickhead Beast, which is a stupid producer that we ain't talked about, but that's my bro, that's part of Timeless, you know what I'm saying? Like, him and Train, him and Austin Terrell, they doing a lot right now. They just dropped a tape called Spring Breakers. It's kind of like an EP.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Trill Hippie did the artwork.
Right. Trill Hippie's like locked in with everything that we do. You know what I'm saying?
He did a couple covers for Third Roof.
Right. So yeah, I mean, they got their shit going worldwide. Got Castles Made of Sand going. You know what I'm saying?
He put you as an inspiration on the little post I saw on
Right. And I think he even went back in and like added some songs and shit. So I think me and bro probably gonna be on the tape. You know what I'm saying? And if not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's deep. It's really, to be honest with you, it's deeper than music. It's deeper than Timeless, and it's deeper than any of this shit that we talking about. We speaking of family members right there. You know what I'm saying? So much love to both of them niggas. You know
what y'all doing? What I'm hearing. It can only come from those travels, those trials, man. To be on the road and take that back to the city, that enhances the music. It elevates the lyricism.
does a lot,
Without, and I tell people that all the time, it's like, you can have love for the city, man, but you have to go travel.
Yeah,
You have to see some other things, and your music is not going to evolve properly if you part. You know, so I love what y'all doing with that. I'm looking forward to seeing what touring opportunities happen for you, you know, behind the project and all the things you pushing, because I see big things for you and for the team, man. Like, really, right. I got it here. You know what I'm saying? I will say that much. You know what I'm saying? It's I ain't good at a lot of things in life, man, but I love music, you know, and I love poetry, man. So I heard that when I first heard Royal, I heard it with you, and I'm always keep it 100 when I hear good art, you know. Right. Before we go, so talking about Murk, let's stay on Murk for a second.
Okay.
The sessions, what was the process? He shoots you a beat, we live with it. I know on one of your rhymes on there, that's how you could tell. I've been listening. You said get up in the morning, put the beats on. I don't know the exact line, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, was that what it was like when you had this music? You just lived with it until something hit you.
Man, yeah, like there was at the beginning stages of recording this album, and even as of right now, like I got a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not, one of them dudes that's ashamed to say that. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta pay the bills, and right now the music is not paying the bills. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to feed the music to the consumers right now. You know what I'm saying? To get them familiar with what I'm doing. But yeah, like that's basically what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like I had lost my job, one of the 1,000 jobs I had. You know what I'm saying? Like I lost that job on some fuck shit. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was just at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like making ends meet, but he was feeding me beats at the same time, and I used to be in a place in music to where I couldn't write when I had life going on, you know what I'm saying? But for some weird reason, we had already started working on this album, and it was like, I can't stop now, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I was doing. I was staying up till 3, 4 in the morning, writing or recording or whatever it may be, out in the streets, probably doing some shit I wasn't probably supposed to be doing, but yeah, I wake up, go to sleep 4 or 5, you know what I'm saying? Wake back up with my lady at 7, you know what I'm saying? And just cut on the beats and fire up something, and just come out with a hit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So life, real serious life was going on while
life was going on, man. Like
between jobs,
all
fam,
all that, man. Like life was really, really going on at that time.
So would you say this was therapy?
Yes, very much so. Very much so. Like that was the real getaway. You know what I'm saying? Like the writing process. My writing process is I just like to be by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to be dolo. That's how pretty much what he was doing. He was just, I would go knock out something. I would write it on my own. You know what I'm saying? And go to the lab. You know what I'm saying? And he's ready for it. A session's ready. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going straight in. You know what I'm saying? And knock it out. Once I knock it out, he might play me 3, 4 tracks. Like, hey, I had these in mind for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'll take all 3 of them, or let me get one of those. You know what I'm saying? And send it to my email. I'm going to the crib. You know what I'm saying? Writing that, and I'll be back in. And I was in there, like I said on that tape. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in there like 3 to 4 times a week. You know what I'm saying? At his crib. You know what I'm saying? Where his family's at. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I respect that man, and I respect his family for that, for opening up their house to let me get that done.
They a part of history now.
Yeah, no doubt.
This is historic for the city, man.
I can't, I couldn't take that away from him if I tried. You know what I'm saying? So my hat's off for it.
And he's so refined with it, man. And what's crazy is coming up, meeting producers, meeting performers, and the name just in the past year that I started hearing Murk Russell. So is it that I just where did I miss it over the last, I don't know, how long he been doing this?
Murk been doing music for a long time, man. Murk does rock music also, you know what I'm saying? He played in a few bands, like he's done a lot.
You play guitar?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's done a lot, man. And I would say 2 years ago is when we all got connected again. Shout out to my dude, Sick Vic. Sick Vic was a part of Timeless, and he's still an affiliate, of Timeless. But they're best friends, you know what I'm saying? So he kind of like introduced he introduced some of us to Murk, but the relationship between Worldwide and Murk, they met online before, any of us had already, linked up. But yeah, that's pretty much what it was. He introduced us to him, and he started doing music with us earlier on in the timeless years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he was, sending us beats. We was, making music. We weren't as heavy, we weren't working as heavy as we are now. But
Which I knew he had something.
right. And then he kind of went off and went back to his, his band stuff and started doing that a little bit more. And then, like I said, within the last 2 years is when he just started, he locked back in with us and was like, hey, man, what it was, he locked back in with us. And I went and recorded a project with him, which was 6 Zips, it was an EP.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was an EP that I dropped, you know what I'm saying? But I recorded it all with Murk, you know what I'm saying? He produced 3 of the tracks that's on that EP. So he did the whole shit, he mixed and mastered everything, you know what I'm saying? And we dropped that. Yeah, we dropped that, and it's like before we could even finish it up, he was like, man, like, we both just figured like, hey, bro, like you got something that hey, let's do a whole album together. You know what I'm saying? Like where he produces everything. The interlude, there's not nothing that he didn't produce on there. That's all Murk Russell on the production. You know what I'm saying? So
that's the best way when a producer can say, this artist has what I need, and then you said, man, you got that. Reminds me of like when Snoop and Dre got together.
Exactly.
I know it had to be for Dre, like the clouds opened up.
Right.
I've been looking for somebody with a voice like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or a flow like that. And
Right.
then for Snoop, he was like, bro,